Good evening and welcome to CVCA Livestream's coverage of the 54th annual Barron Cup. It is the Thursday evening session and a delayed start after a quadruple overtime game between Elyria Catholic and CVCA, won by the Panthers. In the fourth overtime, we are getting ready for Kenston and Kent Roosevelt. It's the 3 seed Kenston Bombers against the 6 seed Kent Roosevelt Rough Riders for an opportunity to advance tomorrow and face Elyria Catholic in the second semifinal in Barron Cup 2. That game to take place at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It is the third, check that, it is the fourth meeting of the year, I believe, between these two squads. Check that third meeting as I'm checking my notes. Both meetings won earlier this year in the Karen Barlow tournament by Kent Roosevelt against Kenston. The first one was a 3-2 contest, and the second one was a 6-0 victory by Kent Roosevelt over Kenston. So despite being the 3 seed and the champion of the White South division, the Kent Roosevelt Rough Riders have to be confident coming into this one tonight against Kenston. Ready for the starting lineups for Kent Roosevelt. Brooke Binder in goal for the Rough Riders. No stranger to Rough Riders fans, the senior has been a goaltender for 4 years. Also starting tonight for Kent Roosevelt, number 23, Teddy Macarone. Dominic France. Alex Sims. Number 14, Carter Stevenson. And the final starter for Kent Roosevelt, number 27, Bear Webb. For the Kenston Bombers, Logan Linz will start in goal tonight. We talked about him with Coach Tom Moores. Charlie McBride starts on forward. Carmela Nielsen. Luke Mack. Nicholas Nyazov. And the leading scorer for the Bombers, number 12, Gavin Rowell, the captain. Head coach of the Bombers is Tom Moores. The head coach of Kent Roosevelt is Brad Edwards. And before the national anthem here, a little bit of an award ceremony. Kent Roosevelt captain stepping forward to receive their plaque, honoring them as champions of the White South Division this year. Congratulations to them, their first championship, divisional championship since 2018-2019. The Riders went 7-1 this year in the South. And Kent Roosevelt, also a champion, a co-champion with CVCA and Avon Lake. All three 6-2, 1-1 against each other. So both teams getting congratulated by Ryan Kelber, the commissioner of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. And now we're going to pause for the national anthem. And the anthem completed. 1 hour behind schedule, but that doesn't matter to these kids that are on the ice. There's a spot in the Barron Cup 2 semifinal available, and Kenston and Kent Roosevelt are ready to battle for it tonight. You are tuned into CVCA Livestream's coverage of Barron Cup hockey, the 54th annual Barron Cup White Division play. Sean Mosher Kent Schwartzbeck, John Powell, Tim Nichols, and T-Fizz, Tony Carter, bringing you the action tonight. Our friends at Sports on Tap will be back on Saturday and Sunday with full coverage of Barron Cup Championship weekend. Shout out to them for the great job they've done so far this week. Got this game for you, and we've got one more tonight, Avon Lake and Olmsted Falls, before we wrap things up on a Thursday night. And if you're just tuning in and wondering why we're getting started late, CVCA and Elyria Catholic just played a classic Barron Cup game, won in the 4th overtime by Elyria Catholic freshman Brady Basinger. We had a chance to talk with head coach Tom Moores from Kenston as our intermission guest in the 2nd intermission of overtime, and he called it. He said he think Basinger would probably get in there and maybe finish it off for Elyria Catholic. That was his pick, and certainly saw into the crystal ball and called it. Now he'd like to call a victory for his Bombers, but they've got to try and defeat Kent Roosevelt for the first time this year. They dropped the puck, and we are underway in the final quarterfinal game in the White Division, Barron Cup 2. Puck is sent out to center ice. Gavin Rowell pokes at it and sends it in. Luke Mack has it. Mack centers and cannot connect with the teammate. It's sent out by Carter Stevenson. Right back into the offensive zone for the Bombers. Nyazov lost the puck, but kept in by Mack, and right on the blue line, still in the zone, and finally poked out. And here comes Roosevelt. For a moment, it was Alex Sims, but he had the puck checked away from him, and it's loose in the near side corner. On it for the Bombers is Charlie McBride. It's sent up. Nyazov sent it forward, and now here comes Mack. Mack with a shot, and Brooke Binder with her first save of the afternoon. Brooke Binder's had a very good season. Kent Roosevelt's had a great season. 20 wins, 8 losses, no ties. Unlike most of the prior seasons, Brooke Binder is not having to do it all herself. There are 3 goaltenders suited up for Roosevelt, but she has certainly been the backstop for these Rough Riders for the last 4 seasons. Propelled Kent Roosevelt all the way to a Barron Cup 3 final appearance 2 years ago. And she's had a good senior season. Riders can't control the puck in their offensive zone. It's sent out to center ice. Daniel Wilson after it, and now it's Reese Newfar. He loses the puck, and Alex Geist battles for it, as does Mateo Morales. Morales pokes at it. It's collected by Newfar. Sent up past Daniel Wilson. And back on it for Roosevelt is Brock Catalucci. Catalucci skates and angles it ahead. He finds a teammate in Alex Geist. Geist dumps it down low, and chasing after it for the Riders is Maxime Ukadza. Easy for me to say. Say it a lot. It's Ukadza is the leading scorer for these Riders. Just a junior. There's a chance in front, and the puck is poked up and out. Here come the Riders once again. Macaron behind his own net, leaves it for a teammate. Sent ahead, turned over in the slot, and taken away. Here comes Roosevelt. It's Gavin Rowell. Rowell knocked down. Dominic Frent bodied him up all the way around left side, sent back in from the left point. Macaron sends it to the near side. Loose puck at center ice, and Rowell just sends it ahead. Here comes Nyazov into the offensive zone on the right flank. Loses the puck and sent right back out. No icing there, or will there be? Yes, there will. Charlie McBride did not connect in that pass attempt, and so a defensive zone face-off early here in the first period. No score yet. The face-off will be to the right of Logan Linz, the junior backstop for the Bombers. Linz, 95.3% save percentage this season, as Coach Tom Moore said, came out of the Gilmore program, but his brother played goalie for Kenston for his entire career, so certainly the Linz family no strangers to Kenston Bombers hockey. That was deflected, so no icing there, and so back on the puck to catch it is Luke Haney. He sends it back out to center ice where Kenston goes D to D across ice. McBride had some company, and so the loose puck is sent in where McBride will have to retrieve it once again. Sends it forward, but not out. That shot attempt is knocked down. Brock Catalucci tried to send it in. Collecting it for Kenston now is Reese Newfer, who sends it around to the near side boards. Now to center ice. Ukadza finds a teammate. Carmela Nielsen pokes it ahead, and the Bombers will try and head out. They gain the zone. It's J.C. Pustai. His shot is deflected to the near side. And all the way down, puck trickles. Cross ice pass, wide open shot, and a miss of the net by the Riders, and the puck goes all the way down the ice where Roosevelt will have to retrieve. They poke it out to center ice where Kenston will dump it right back in. Puck is sent forward by Roosevelt's Bear Webb. Nielsen feathers it ahead. Nyazov, he'll put a shot in on Binder, and she will knock it down and cover for a stoppage with 10:02 to go. First period action from the barn of all barns, the John M. Coyne Rec Center, the 54th annual Barron Cup. Kenston and Kent Roosevelt. Luke Mack. Face off sent up to Nielsen, but she can't keep it in. Here comes a chance for Webb. Webb's going to shoot, and Linz will glove that one down. The goaltender says nothing doing here. Linz, a junior. He allows 1.67 goals per 45-minute contest. He's had a couple of gems this season. 45 save performance against Avon Lake, a 46 save performance against Amherst Steel in December. Here's Gavin Rowell. His shot goes wide. Puck's all the way out into the neutral zone area, and Rowell will wind up again from the right corner. Sent up and out of play with 9:28 to go. No score. Early first period action once again. First game this afternoon went way late. It went 4 overtimes for Elyria Catholic. Sent CVCA home. So we're just getting started in game number 2. We've got 3. Loose puck in front. Doesn't get to Binder's goal ever. J.C. Pustai bodied up, leaves it for a teammate. Reese Newfar being pressured and sent out to center ice where McBride had it for a moment. It's turned over in the offensive zone. Geist centers in front, knocked down by Newfer. Kadza sends it to the near side. And the outlet pass connects. Pustai, though, can't rein it in, but it's still loose and he's going to get it. J.C. Pustai centers. He was looking for Daniel Wilson. Wilson chases the puck into the corner. He's going to center, knocked it out in front, and it's knocked out of the zone by Roosevelt. Geist is going to backhand it forward, looking for Morales. Take it away, and here comes Kenston once again. Onside are the Bombers, but it's sent right back out. And to collect it is McBride. Charlie McBride, cross ice. Kenston will try and build out. Going right back his direction. Too far for him, too short for Gavin Rowell, and it's knocked right back into the zone. Here comes the Bombers with a chance. Ozzie Herbrook for his first shift of the day. Gets a touch. And dump it right down toward Ozzie. He gloves it down. Actually, that wasn't Ozzie. Actually, it was Ozzie. 88 he wears. His back of his jersey is tucked into the back of his bottoms. So hard to see that 88 when he's turned around. Had yours truly doubting himself, but here you get to watch it on the replay. Going to bring the puck all the way down into the offensive zone for the Bombers. 7:50 to go, first period. No score. Puck is won by Kenston. It's sent in. Brooke Binder makes a save and ricochets to the far side. Dump back down low, looking for Nyazov. Nyazov centers in front, almost shot on their own goal, did Roosevelt. The shot from the right point was blocked and knocked down. Charlie McBride trying to center in. It gets all the way to Binder on another option, or another chance. Brooke Binder standing tall, and she makes the saves, and it's sent down the ice for an icing call against Roosevelt. Play continues. Back underway. Loose puck. Finally controlled by Roosevelt. Their attempt to send it in is deflected. It does deflect into the zone where Nilsson sends it up and out. Waiting for it at center ice is France. And now Geist. Geist with some speed, centers, gets a shot in, stick save by Linz. Too far for J.C. Pustai, and Roosevelt's going to send it forward once again. Back and forth we go. Dumped in that time by Macaron. Linz is going to play it, and it's sent all the way down the ice for an icing against Roosevelt. So 6:22 to go in this first period. Good crowd on hand on both sides. Face off to the left of Linz. It's chopped at in his direction. Webb falls down, sent up to the point. A shot attempt by Catalucci is knocked down. Nyazov bats it forward into the corner. Sent up and out. Icing against Kenston. So they bring it back. Check that icing against Kent Roosevelt. They bring it back into the Kenston offensive zone. And Luke Mack's going to take the draw for the Bombers. Macaron stands across from him. They drop it down. All the way around the far side, it goes to the corner. And finally cleared out of the zone. Carter Stevenson in there, gets a touch. A quick fake comes right back. Nyazov in the circle. Tries to evade a couple. It's knocked away from him and sent up. Carmela Nilsson is there. She can't keep it in. And here comes a 2-on-2 opportunity for Roosevelt. Changing positions. The shot saved by Lintz. Alex Sims sent that in on Lintz. Kenston clears. Feathered ahead. Looking for Rowell. He's going to catch up to it. Falls down though. Lost an edge. And back the other way we go. No score. Geist into the offensive zone. Geist, sharp angled shot. Linz makes the save. Sent in deep by Morales. All the way around the boards it goes. Rowell waiting on it. He collects. Under 5 minutes to go. Right back out to center. And there's a big spill by Rowell as Geist lost an edge. Another save by Linz. Second shot in, and he covers. And play stops with 4:43 to go here in the first period. So the face-off, the right face-off dot. One back to Nielsen. She chips it ahead. Cross ice pass looking for Kenston's Sidney Richardson. For centering pass is deflected, and the shot attempt is knocked down. 2-on-1 for Roosevelt here. Crossing centering pass is knocked down, and Newford dumps it into the corner. Here comes another chance. Macaron right into the breadbasket of Logan Linz, who makes the stop. Check that, it was France, the captain, Dominic France, number 55, who had that opportunity. Linz, though, up to the task there. Shots on goal, 8 apiece here. Score 0-0. France dumps it down low again, but Kenston tries to outlet. It's knocked down. Charlie McBride outlets. And a cross ice pass to Richardson. Richardson quickly sends it ahead. Newfar into the corner. Reese Newfar cycles it down low to J.C. Pustai. Pustai sends it back the other direction. Richardson up to the point. Sent it down low, and a save by Brooke Binder. And it's flicked ahead. The race is on. Carter Stevenson centers, but nobody there with him. Long pass too far for Richardson, and this is going to be icing against the Bombers. And so we'll restart with 3:20 to go in the defensive zone of Kenston. You're looking at the bench. Head coach Brad Edwards and the entourage from Roosevelt. And they'll watch a face-off in their offensive zone here. The draw taken by Maxime Ukadze. Ukadze, rather. It's one back all the way to center ice, and Carmela Nielsen has it. Ahead to Rowell. He's ever dangerous, Gavin Rowell is. Feathers one through the slot all the way to the near side. And that one's cleared out. It'll be icing against Roosevelt. We're talking about Gavin Rowell. 74 points so far this season, 43 goals, 31 assists. Production down from a year ago when he and Troy Cray manned the offensive zone. And over nearly 130 points a year ago. Having said that, again, as Coach Tom Moore said during the CVCA Elyria Catholic intermission, still trying to find themselves in some sense, and it's Barron Cup time. Done a good job of that. 18, 10, and 3 are the Bombers this season. You watch the replay right here. Offside against Kenston. So they'll drop the puck down just outside their offensive zone. Luke Mack awaits. Looks like France across from him, perhaps. Actually, it's not. It's Ukadze. He sends it ahead. And a misplay right here. A chance for the Roosevelt Riders. Second shot misses the net. The first shot was saved off the blade of Alex Geist by Logan Linz. Mark that down. Linz's first real big challenge on a one-on-one opportunity, and Geist was stymied. Ryder sent it around the far side boards, sent right back in, backside opportunity, and Linz ranged from his left to his right and smothered that puck to keep it scoreless. And you watch it again. Good job by the junior goaltender, the netminder for Kenston. 2:10 to go, first period, no score. It's dropped down, kept in by France, dumped down low. McBride is chasing after it. He's going to swing it around the boards. Richardson turns it over, a shot and a save and cover. A quick shot sent in that time by Alex Sims. Sims surpassed 150 career points earlier this season. He scored a hat trick against these Bombers back on December 22nd. His first real opportunity. Newfar sends it around the boards. J.C. Pustai is there waiting. Ustai sends it ahead, but kept in on the far side by Luke Haney. Haney skates in behind the net, collects the loose puck once again. Surveys, cross ice, was looking for a teammate over there. It looked like Bear Webb. Webb can't do much with it, and sent out to Dominic France at center ice with 90 seconds to go in the first period. Dumped right back in. McBride sends it up, and it trickles out to center ice. The Riders are on it. Sent forward. France can't handle. Actually, that was Geist. McBride chops at it, comes out to center once again. Riders were off sides, and so they had to wait for a touch-up, and this one is sent down for an icing call against Kenston. With 1 minute left, it trickles down to 59 seconds left, so just inside a minute to go here in period number 1. We were tied for much of the afternoon with CVCA and Elyria Catholic. We remain tied here in this one, scoreless, no score, 0-0 after 14 minutes and a second. Back underway, and it's out to center. Collected by the defense for a moment, and now brought in by Rowell. Rowell with a sharp angled shot. Knocked down in front. Binder shoves Nicholas Nyazov out of the way. Getting physical here in the last minute. Up to the left point, sent down in and knocked down in the circle. Troy Whelan was also knocked down after he sent that in. Here's a chance for Rowell, and a diving block by Dominic France to keep it from even getting to his goaltender Binder. Nice job by France to lay out right there. 20 seconds left. Saved by Linz as it's sent in. On the far side, Macaron sent it forward, and it's cleared out by Kenston. Here's a race. Nyazov can't catch up to the puck in time. It's chopped at and sent out of play. 7 seconds to go in the first period. So perhaps time for one final push toward the goal of Brooke Binder in this first period. She's made 11 saves. Linz has made 14. Neufer to take the draw. It's the far side boards, swept around to the near side. The clock's going to wind out, and that'll do it for first period play. After 1, with 1 period in the books, the score is Roosevelt 0, the 6th seed, and the 3rd seed, Kenston Bombers, also 0. Tied at 0 apiece. As we go to the first intermission, we're going to pause now for a message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. CVCA Livestream bringing you the coverage of the 54th Annual Barron Cup. That message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, and there is a family preview night upcoming next week at CVCA. Obviously, we recognize most of you are tuning in from Kent Roosevelt and from Kenston, but if you're a neutral and you have an interest perhaps in discovering more and learning more about CVCA, Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy, where we come from, you can head on down for a family preview night next week on February 13th. Sign up at cvcaroyals.org. Once again, earlier today, the Royals were in action against Elyria Catholic, and a classic game in Barron Cup play went 4 overtimes before Elyria Catholic's Brady Basinger, a freshman and son of the head coach, netted his 17th goal of the year on a breakaway to finally break the deadlock and win it for Elyria Catholic, who was advanced to the semifinal round tomorrow. We'll bring the Barron Cup 2 bracket up for you to view. You're seeing this for the first time this afternoon. Again, we thank you for tuning in and enjoying our coverage. You can move Elyria Catholic over to the 4 o'clock slot tomorrow. And it does say CVCA Livestream, but given that CVCA did not advance, we're going to continue to bring the coverage tonight through the final 2 games here, but that game will be available on Live Barn tomorrow. Our friends from Sports on Tap will be back on the weekend with coverage, full coverage on Saturday and on Championship Sunday. And the championship for Barron Cup 2 will take place at 2:30 in the afternoon on Sunday afternoon. And you can catch that on Sports on Tap at sotpodcast.com. Avon Lake and Olmsted Falls booked their tickets into the semifinal round actually on Tuesday night, and they will play following this game between Kent Roosevelt and Kenston tonight. And one of the teams will book their ticket to the championship round by the end of the evening this evening. So that's it for Barron Cup 2. If you look at Barron Cup 1, the red division, last night Benedictine, with only 5 wins in the entire season, came in still as the 2-time defending Barron Cup 1 champions. And when you get to Brooklyn, it seems like the light switch turns on for the Benedictine Bengals, and they sent Amherst Steel home in an upset 3-1 to advance to play top-seeded Mentor. That game will take place on tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, also on Live Barn. And then Rocky River and Hudson, with buys into the semifinal round, the 2 and 3 seeds, will play in the nightcap tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Championship game for the red division will be on Sports on Tap on Saturday at 5 o'clock. Again, you can find them on YouTube at SOT Podcast. And finally, Barron Cup 3, the Blue Division Championship. The semifinals are all set after play that has taken place in the quarterfinal round earlier this week on Monday, Tuesday, and 2 games last night. Westlake, the top seed, will take on Nordonia, who dismissed Mayfield in a big 9-1 win on Tuesday. And then Chagrin Falls, the 2 seed, will skate against Orange. Chagrin Falls and Orange will play in the second game on Saturday. So Saturday's schedule is 2 Barron Cup 3 semifinals, followed by the championship game of Barron Cup 1. Again, Sports on Tap with the coverage all weekend at SOT Podcast. You can follow them on Facebook, on X, and I believe on Instagram as well. You're though tuned in to CVCA Livestream's coverage. We get to sit in for a day each year at the Barron Cup. This is our day, and if you are enjoying the coverage, we encourage you to subscribe to CVCA Livestream's YouTube channel at CVCA Livestream. You're watching, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we want to remind you that if you've enjoyed the coverage tonight and you've had an opportunity to have your team play against CVCA this year, it'd be the multiple times for Kenston, but first time for Kent Roosevelt, you can choose to support CVCA Livestream. John will bring up that give right here. And there it is. So we just want to let you know that it's all volunteers putting this production on for you tonight. But the cost to do this on an annual basis over the course of a winter is about $3 grand. And so you have an opportunity to support what we're doing and bringing hockey coverage from the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League to you on an annual basis. We try and do the best we can in terms of professional production and a coverage of both teams or all teams that is equal to our own, the CVCA Royals. If you are so moved to want to give, you can go give a tax-deductible gift to support CVCA Livestream at cvcaroyals.org/give-now. Just scan that QR code or go to the website reference CVCA Livestream, and we would certainly be privileged and honored if you were willing to make a financial donation to support what we do. Having said that, we've got about 5 minutes to go here in the first intermission. And there's a scoreless tie at 0-0. We're going to pause right now and try and finish off a quick dinner, which we didn't get to eat because of the length of the first game, and be back in about 4 minutes to bring you second period coverage between Kenston and Kent Roosevelt. You are tuned into CVCA Livestream's coverage of the 54th Barron Cup on CVCA Livestream's YouTube channel. Welcome back to the John M. Coyne Rec Center, the barn of all barns for the 54th annual Barron Cup. You are tuned into CVCA Livestream's coverage of the final quarterfinal game in Barron Cup 2. Getting ready for second period action as you're watching the Kenston Bombers come out. You just viewed the riders from Kent Roosevelt. Both teams returning to their bench area. About a minute left before we begin second period action here, with a ticket to the semifinals on the line. Game to be played tomorrow, 4 o'clock here, against Elyria Catholic. The 7th seeded Panthers upsetting CVCA earlier today, the 2 seed, in a quadruple overtime game, 2-1. Caleb Mosher deserved a better fate for CVCA, 65 saves on the contest, but Brady Basinger, son of the head coach, ended it and sent everybody home from Elyria Catholic happy with a game winner in the 4th overtime period. For the Panthers, it was their only lead of the entire contest. Here, we're still tied in this one as well. And ready for second period play. The Bombers going right to left. Roosevelt left to right. And Kenston dumps it into the zone. Gavin Rowell sends it in deep. Collected quickly by Teddy Macaron. He's going to try and build out for the Riders. Macaron dishes, and quickly up ice comes Alex Sims. Sims through the center, has a puck poked away. It's sent back up, but Macaron is there waiting, but he has it poke checked away, and Rowell's going to chase after it. Can't catch up with it, and it's sent right back to the other end of the ice. Dumped in by Bear Webb. Back checking was Luke Mack, who swoops in to collect it and sends it ahead. Nicholas Nyzov can't control. Into the offensive zone, a shot and a glove save out to his left. Off the blade of Alex Sims by Logan Linz. And we're ready to resume. Shot right off the face-off, and it almost beat Linz, who barely reacted. That's the best chance of the day for Roosevelt. And you'll get a chance to see it in real time here. Back to live action. Roosevelt controls, and they send it in again, but it's knocked down in the slot. 2-on-2, now 3-on-2, but shot saved by Binder. Centered and deflected wide of the goal on the near side. Luke Mack battles. It's collected by Rowell, who's going to wind up, and Binder will make the save again. And a pair of Riders making sure there's no further action in front of their goaltender. They're escorting Nicholas Nyzov out of harm's way, as you see on the replay. So 13:53 to go. Both sides with some good chances here in the first 67 seconds of the second period. Dumped back in by Roosevelt. Far side, Richardson can't catch up with it because it's intercepted by France. Turned over, shot in front is deflected. Nice defensive play by one of the Roosevelt Rough Riders. Another shot in the slot, loose on the rebound. Loose in front and swept to the near side as Rowell was right there. Actually, it was J.C. Pustai was right there. Sent up and finally out, Carmela Nilsson. Angles it ahead, off the boards, Pustai. He'll range back and reset. J.C. Pustai gains the zone. Poke checked away from him. Or right to Reese Newfar. Then Roosevelt comes out with it with a rush of their own. On the far side, that's Alex Sims. Has it poke checked away, and Kenston cannot clear it, sent in deep. Now a chance from point blank range and saved by Linz. Sent up, Newfar gets it. Newfar will just dump it in before he's bodied off at the blue line. He's going to range back and get a change. Long outlet pass. Kenston's Alex Geist could not collect it and sent ahead, but collected with speed by his teammate Teddy Macaron. All the way into the circle before it's poked into the corner. Cycled again back down low and sent to the far side corner. Ukadza sent it far side and sends it in from the far side. A rebound was there, but they couldn't do anything with it. And now Rowell winds up. He's going to shoot. His shot is blocked into the right side corner. France with speed and gets deposited on his derriere. Since we're talking about France, 11:46 to go with a stoppage. They'll drop the puck at center ice. And a first penalty of the contest is going to come up, and it's going to go against Kent Roosevelt for a trip. The Bombers will go on the power play right off that face-off. Into the box goes number 8, Maxim Ukadza. And the Bombers' penalty or power play will ensue. 33.3% this season on the power play. Roosevelt, their penalty kill operating at 81.5%. Cross ice pass, and they can't haul it in. They'll have to reset, will the Bombers. Sent down low toward Pustai. Pustai has it up to the point, but Luke Mack wasn't there. He didn't look, and so Mack's going to have to range back and collect the puck. Minute 35 to go in the penalty time. Sent ahead to Kevin Rowell. Rowell, he'll evade Carter Stevenson. Cross ice it goes, and it's taken into the zone by McBride. He dumps it down low, but it's right to a Bomber, and they'll clear it down the ice where Linz will collect. Long outlet pass from Logan Linz. And not turned over. Lost the puck, but just out of the outstretched arms of Alex Sims. So into the offensive zone goes Pustai with a minute 4 remaining on the penalty time. JC Pustai near side to Rowell. Rowell back to Pustai. Looking for a give and go, perhaps backside after the rebound was left there. Sent up, but not out. Dumped back in. Newfar can't control, and finally cleared out by the Bombers, rather by the Riders. Linz going to send it around the boards and up. Logan Linz. Turnover. Far side shot and a save by Linz on a shorthanded bid after the defensive zone turnover by the Bombers on the penalty, on the power play rather. So they're fortunate there to have their outstanding goalie who made the save. Here's Newfar. He'll dump it down low. France sends it around. Kept in on the near side by Mack, but he couldn't control. And so Kenston loses control of that puck. And it's sent out to neutral ice once again with just 5 seconds left. Here's Rowell. Can he get a shot off? Yes. Binder makes a save. Rebound shot goes behind the net. And the penalty time to Ukadze is expired. Back to even strength. Rowell, though, still circling. He'll toe the blue line. To the right side, he's going to get a shot off wide. The rebound shot did not get on net. And Newfar can't keep it in. It's sent ahead, onside. Nice nifty pass right there. A chance from a sharp angled shot. Saved by Linz. Sent around to the far side. Winding down to 9 minutes to go, second period. Still 0-0. Parity was the name of the game in the white division this year. And we're seeing that play out in both these first two contests. Here comes a chance, and over the crossbar, Nicholas Nysov took an opportunity. He got deposited on his backside for it. So we came into this Barron Cup 2 championship figuring that anybody could beat anybody else. Avon Lake had a pretty easy time of it, but even they dropped a game against Avon earlier this year, who was their first round opponent. Strongsville and Olmsted Falls, the 4-5 game, was a 2-1 contest. Today, quadruple overtime for Elyria Catholic over CVCA. And this one's scoreless as we approach midway through the contest. Winding down to 8:13 to go, second period. Still waiting for someone to break the ice. Another nice save by Linz, and you see him battling to try and see the puck. He was screened for a moment, but peeked through, was able to track the puck into his glove for another save, and he'll defend a face-off to his left. The right face-off dot as we are looking at it. Ozzie Herbrook will take it for the Riders, and he'll win it. Unable to get much on it was Evan Hauk, who's out there for a shift. Sent ahead, but nice back checking by the Riders. Dumped in. Herbrook into the corner, chases his own pass. Tries the center, but it's off the back of the net. Sent around to the near side boards, up to the right point, and chipped at and out by Rowell. Dumped right back down low, but Pustai is there. I believe it's Pustai. They clear the zone once again, but Herbrook gains it. Herbrook to the far side. Reese Newfar swoops in and heads the other direction for Kenston. Newfar into the offensive zone. He's onside. Leaves it for Mack, but too far for him in front. Rowell sends it right back down, though, to Newfar. Newfar, far side corner, tries to set up to the point. Nilsson, she'll dump it down low. It's kicked at but controlled by Rowell, who's going to shoot, and he's going to score! Gavin Rowell breaks the ice, the leading scorer for the Kenston Bombers. Gets another goal, and you watch it right here as he skated in and benefited from the screen. And he's got his 44th goal of the season. And you see Brooke Binder unable to see through the screen right there. She had Dominic Franson, another Kenston player, right in front of her. And so it's 1-0 Kenston. Time of the goal, 7 minutes and 48 seconds of the second period. Rowell from Carmela Nielsen and Reese Newfer, the official scoring, and it's 1-0 Bombers. Linz makes a save off of a long shot from center ice. And it's loose and dumped down low. Loose puck is sent out to neutral ice by Kenston. Dumped in, Linz will leave it for a teammate. Sent around to the far side. Controlled by Roosevelt. Around the boards to the near side, it's sent. Pustai can't come up with the puck, and it's dumped right back in. Ukadza sent it in. Sent around to the far side, and Kenston with a 1-0 lead. On their heels now a little bit. On to center ice. There's a big hit by J.C. Pustai against Mateo Morales, and that frees up Reese Newfer. His shot is deflected wide on the near side. Trey Wieland draws the attention of a pair of riders. Morales battles to get it into the corner. It's sent to the far side corner. Skating over to collect it is Alex Geist, but it comes to Rowell, and he'll just flip it out to center ice. Pustai looks at it as he's headed off the ice and gets a change. And back into the offensive zone, and a blocker save by Linz. Second shot and a glove save by Linz on the other side, so he's flashing the leather on both sides. .5:19 to go, second period. Gavin Rowell with the only goal of the contest just moments ago. It's 1-0 Kenston. The teams battle in the near side corner. It's sent to the far side and sent up, and the Bombers will clear it out to center ice. Quickly sent back the other direction by Teddy Macaron and back into the offensive zone, but Dominic France drew the attention of several of the Bombers. Meanwhile, the puck's on the near side now. Centered. Good back check there by Rowell. The puck comes right to him, and he just sends it out. He gets a clearance for Kenston. France angles it forward. No one there, though. And so collected in the defensive zone, rather, by Eddie Kuzma, who's out there for a shift for the Bombers. That pass is knocked down, and the Riders unable to keep it in the zone. And here comes a chance for Kenston. Rowell's going to line up again. Saved by Binder. Backhanded shot goes wide of the goal on a second chance. Winding down to 4 minutes to go, second period. And the puck under J.C. Pustai, who just closed his legs, and one of the Riders stuck his stick in there. That was number 23, Teddy Macaron, saying, "Hey, you know, I'll try and dislodge that from you." And Pustai did not take a liking to it. No harm, no foul. Face off with 3:56 to go. Kenston leading 1-0. Winner gets Elyria Catholic. A 2-1 winner in quadruple overtime today against CVCA, knocking out the 2 seed from the tournament. After a brief delay, we're ready. Ukadza steps in. It's dropped down, and Newfar wins it forward, but it's dumped right in on Linz, who makes a stick save. The puck flies out to center ice. And a nice defensive play, that time by number 2, Brock Catalucci, to get a stick on a puck that, if it had come loose, would have been an opportunity for the Bombers. This one's sent ahead. And a penalty coming against Kenston. Delayed penalty, and Binder heads out of the goal. They'll try and get the extra skater on, but the Bombers touch up. And for the first time today, Roosevelt will go up on a man advantage, as we watch it right here. Into the box for Kenston goes Carmela Nielsen. And a power play for Roosevelt. And this is a strength of the Kent Roosevelt game. 40.5% this season shot and a glove save. Roosevelt 30 power play goals and 74 chances. The call is hooking on Nielsen. But as we were saying, 40.5%. The Riders are excellent on the power play with the man advantage. Kenston, 90.3% on the penalty kill. So strength on strength right here. Kenston clears down the ice, and back to retrieve the puck is Teddy Macaron. Cross ice pass, and he'll find Alex Sims, who sends it ahead, but too far for his teammate Alex Geist, and it's cleared down by the Bombers once again. So the 90% proficiency in penalty kill right now, winning the first 40 seconds of this power play. And a pass too far for France, but he catches up to it, sends it ahead. But again, they can't control, and it's sent right back down as the Riders having a difficult time gaining the zone. But they will bring it into the zone as it was sent out off the stick of one of the Bombers out of play. And so it's an offensive zone face-off for the Riders. They get a break. And it's one back to the left point to France. France will feather it ahead along the boards. It's going to come back to France. Dominic France sends it down low. Centering pass in front, and Linz is going to pounce on it, cover it. 54 seconds to go in the penalty time. They drop this one down, and the Bombers control again. They've got 50 seconds to try and manufacture an equalizer. It's sent down low. Sticked away in front, and Kenston will clear it once again right down on Binder, who's going to have to make a stick save on a length of the ice shot. 35 seconds to go on the penalty time to Carmela Nielsen. With speed through the zone is Macaron along the right flank. He skates behind the goal, still has speed. Looking, centers cross ice pass to looking in the direction of Ukadza. He's going to send one in. It flies over the crossbar on the near side and ricochets all the way back to the left point. This one sent down low, loose in the slot. Not much on that one. It's poked ahead. Comes to the Bombers, and it's just sent down a final time on this power play. 4 seconds left, and it's the Kenston Bombers penalty kill that stands tall once again. Nielsen back on the ice, back to even strength. A minute and 14 seconds left to go in the period. 1-0 Bombers. That's kept in by Rowell. He's going to wind up and shoot, and again, Binder makes a save. He was trying to take advantage of a stationary Alex Sims as a potential screen, but Binder tracked that one down. You see Brooke on the screen there. 31 shots so far for Kent Roosevelt unofficially. Logan Linz has stopped them all. We've had some excellent goaltending so far this afternoon. Final minute of play, second period. That's dumped into the near side corner, and both teams will chase. Nielsen sends it ahead, and it's cleared out. Here comes Kenston. Pustai going to take a chance. It's knocked away and blocked by Catalucci. Mack now is going to send it wide, and Bender's going to take no chances and glove that one down. And a stoppage with 36 seconds left here in period number 2. The only goal of the afternoon, Gavin Rowell. Just over 6 minutes into this second period, if we recall correctly. And it's 1-0 Kenston Bombers. One back. McBride, his shot attempt is blocked. That's sent ahead and collected. Here comes Geist. He's going to skate in. Instead of shooting, he tried to feather it across the crease. But his teammate Ukadza was knocked down. Final 15 as it's sent down the ice. This is going to be an icing, so you'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Riders. See what they can do with it. Their best chance of the day came off a face-off, this face-off dot. I believe it was Dominic France. Let's go back and watch the tape. But they got a shot right off the face-off, and Lynn's quick reflexes are the only thing that kept the Riders off the board. Ukadza will take this one. And he falls down, and Kenston's going to clear it. The Bombers have a 3-on-2 if they wish to hurry. Newfer with a chance now. Here comes Pustai. He sends it off the side of the net. Still a second left, but he's not going to get a third chance. The clock will wind out. And we've played 2 here in the final quarterfinal game in Barron Cup 2. 1-0 Kenston. Official shots on goal 30-24 as they announce them, so we correct our score bug. 30 saves for Logan Linz through 2, 23 saves for Brooke Binder. The one that got by her was off the blade of Gavin Rowell, and that's where we stand at the end of 2 periods of play. 15 more minutes on tap, and who knows, perhaps more once again. You're tuned into CVCA Livestream's coverage of Barron Cup 2. We thank you for watching, and as we hit the second intermission, we want to remind you of the opportunity you have to subscribe to CVCA Livestream. Make sure you hit that subscribe button on YouTube. You alerted as to whenever we are going to be back on the air. And obviously, we're not doing a CVCA game here. We're not doing the CVCA game the next time. We're privileged to do some Barron Cup games and sit in for our friends at Sports on Tap and take one night of the Barron Cup as ours. So, but it really is your night. And so we're glad to be here and glad to have you along with us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow us on social media at CVCA Livestream on Facebook, Twitter. I guess it's known as X now, formerly Twitter and Instagram. And again, the Sports on Tap folks will be back, and they will be back on Saturday and Sunday with full weekend coverage. You can find them at sotpodcast.com or just plainly at sotpodcast on social media. And Ed Dick, Sean Duffy, Rob Troutman, and Josh Jeffy will be back bringing you the action along with Rob's brother on camera. Right now, though, we're glad to have Sean Mosher, Kent Schwartzbeck, John Powell, and yours truly, along with Tony Carter, down with the great pictures from ice side in today's coverage of Barron Cup 2. Once again, we'll take a look at the bracket. Barron Cup 2. And you'll see what they're playing for. There it is. Leary Catholic has advanced. So at the end of the evening, we'll be able to get online and change that graphic up and put them over there. And then either Kenston or Kent Roosevelt will be the final party of the final 4 in the White Division. Avon Lake and Olmsted Falls will play following this game for an opportunity to book the first ticket to the championship game, which will take place Sunday at 2:30. We've got some highlights of the game so far ready to show you here. I'm going to cue up, and here we go. I believe this is the goal, and it was Gavin Rowell took advantage of a screen and beat Brooke Binder, and that's the only score of the contest. 1-0 Kenston. So you see that 5th year CVCA Livestream wipe. CVCA Livestream began as an endeavor to get games into the living rooms of fans during COVID. At that time in the 2020 season, there were 8 teams that played out of Kent State University's Ice Arena. CVCA was one of them. The Ice Arena closed down, and CVCA ended up in Garfield Heights as a home rink. The Dan, as we like to call it. But in those days during COVID, there were no fans allowed. So we started CVCA Livestream, and we've been broadcasting ever since. And at this point, it is our 4th year of Barron Cup coverage. Again, pleased to be able to sit in with you and bring these broadcasts to you. Clock's winding down, about 8 minutes to go here. We're going to pause now and bring up the intermission slide, but we'll be back with you in about 6 minutes to bring you the 3rd period of the quarterfinal in Barron Cup 2. The score at intermission is Kenston 1, Kent Roosevelt 0. Welcome back to the John M. Coyne Rec Center in Brooklyn, Ohio, the barn of all barns, the venerable arena and host to the 54th annual Barron Cup. You are tuned into CVCA Livestream's coverage of Barron Cup 2 White Division action. It is the final quarterfinal game and the final regulation period of the final quarterfinal game. Kenston leading 2-1, or rather 1-0, and they will skate left to right here in this third period. Kent Roosevelt needing a goal to equalize, but here Gavin Rowell has speed to start the play off here in the period. The first shot is knocked away by Brooke Binder. Here comes a counter potentially for the Riders as they break out the neutral ice. Into the offensive zone comes Roosevelt with some speed themselves. Centering pass in front and a stick save. Poke checked away actually by Logan Linz as Roosevelt was trying to feather a pass in there for a potential shot on Linz. Here's a long pass toward Nicholas Nyazov. It's taken away from him by Teddy Macaron and angled up and out of the zone where Rowell dumps it right back in for the Bombers. Carmela Nielsen at center ice. Sends it ahead but turns it over. Here comes a chance. Alex Geist on the right wing. Geist centers in front and it's swept away before it got to the goal of Linz. Dumped back down low by Mateo Morales. Loose to the left of the goal. Poke checked away by the goaltender Linz once again, who's calm in goal all the time and always in control, it seems like. 95+% save percentage for Logan Linz. He's improving on that tonight here. 31 shots on goal already. And back into the offensive zone, Alex Geist is bodied up against the boards. The puck trickles behind the net. Minute and a half gone here in period number 3. There's a shot in, and Linz saves that. It was a Brock Catalucci who took that opportunity to send one in. It trickles out to center ice. The puck is played there by Luke Haney. Kenston controls in their defensive zone. Quick passes D to D. And they break out. Nice poke check away by Catalucci. Start the rush the other way. But the Riders cannot control through the neutral zone. Both teams battling as the puck goes up into the air, knocked down, and that's going to be a, well, that was going to be a hand pass, but a smart play right there by Carter Stevenson, who didn't play the puck and allowed play to continue. Here comes a chance for Luke Mack into the offensive zone. He's going to take a shot. Stick save by Brooke Binder, who's been good in goal tonight. She's just given up one. Nice defensive play there for the Riders. Mack will cycle it back down low. J.C. Pustai is there, but he's bodied up. Gets a centering pass off, though. In the neighborhood was Sidney Richardson, but it's sent out. Here come the Riders, but poke checked away. They were changing behind the play. Carter Stevenson sends it in. They'll finish up the change as Stevenson gets off the ice. And the turnover happens, a give and go. Backhanded shot does not get to the goal. Sent up but not out. Right point, skating in to the faceoff dot. Shot and smothered by Logan Linz. Once again, we've got another game for you tonight. It's the first White Barron Cup 2 semifinal game. They're on different days. Avon Lake and Olmsted Falls will do battle. A game that was supposed to start 15 minutes ago, but because of the long delay and the 4 overtimes in the matinee this afternoon, we are behind schedule. So if you're tuning in for that game, we've just started the third period of the second game of the day. The Leary Catholic winner in overtime, 4 overtimes it were, as it was, against CVCA. And this game got to start about an hour behind schedule, and will probably be about the same. So expect face-off for the final game of the night to be around 9 o'clock if we finish this in regulation. But Kent Roosevelt trying to do something about that right here. They're trying to break the ice against Logan Linz, who's been perfect tonight. 32 saves so far. And here comes Gavin Rowell. He's got the only goal. He puts another bid, but it goes wide. Nyazov on the far side. His shot angles all the way up to the right point and is sent in and gloved down by Binder on a shot that came in from the right point from Charlie McBride. Offensive zone face-off for the Bombers. McBride pokes at it to try and keep it in. Slaps at it, but Roosevelt sends it out. Right back in it goes, though, onside. McBride manning the blue line. It finally is out. Actually, it was in and out, so offsides is the call. So we'll restart on a face-off just outside the Kenston zone. It's pushed into the zone, but sent right back out. And Carmela Nielsen angles it up off the boards and finds her teammate, J.C. Pustai, who's just going to dump it in down low. On the far side, Sydney Richardson is first to it, sends it up to the left point. Nyazov dumps it down low into the right corner. Pustai gets bodied up, loses the puck, and here comes Roosevelt. Into the offensive zone, and a shot on Linz. A good save right there. Good chance. 34th save of the night for Linz. Riders keep it in, but only for a moment. Richardson skates out with it. Gains the blue line, leaves it for his teammate J.C. Pustai, and that one just barely missed. A big let out by the fans that are in attendance. Good crowd on both sides again in the second game of the night. Newfar takes a chance. It's high and over the crossbar. Ricochets all the way out to the left point blue line. Riders send it out. It ricochets up and falls down. Newfar skates in to collect it. 9:17 to go. Dumped in by Nielsen. And offsides. 9:06 to go. Third period. It's Kenston 1. Roosevelt nothing. Roosevelt 2-0-0 against the Bombers this season. But on the bottom side of the score here, a 1-goal deficit. Kenston a 3-2 winner in the opener of the Karen Barlow Memorial Tournament at home in Kent back in December, and defeated these Bombers 6-0 in the championship game of that tournament. Alex Sins had a hat trick in that game, as did Alex Geist. So if your name was Alex, you scored a lot of goals back on December the 22nd in the championship game. Look for either of those two to try and come up big and solve Logan Linz here. There was Geist, who sent it around the back of the boards. Puck now comes to McBride, who sends it ahead. Intercepted at center ice by France. McBride again to Luke Mack. Luke Mack surveys, sends it forward. Nicholas Nyazov has it. 8.5 to go. Nyazov will just dump it into the far side corner. Long pass deflected, so no icing on this one. Ukadza collects the puck, sends it behind the net, far side. Macaron centers all the way to the near side boards. Ukadza again, far side, playing give and go. The shot is deflected straight up in the air and comes down to Kenston. Nyazov had it for a moment. Backhanded movement of the puck. Control by the Riders, and they'll try and build out. France sends it ahead, and it's dumped in by Geist. But no one there to control it. And the Riders are going to need to get some offensive zone time here with some pressure. They're taking long shots, and Logan Linz has got a beat on all of them. You get the feeling you're going to have to get some good passes together, some tic-tac-toe to try and get Linz moving and side to side and perhaps beat him. The straight-on shots he's covered pretty much all day. All season for that matter. 95.2% save percentage for Logan Linz. Here's J.C. Pustai. has a poke checked away. Out to center ice it goes. Wheeland dumps it in. And a lofting, knuckling puck comes down, and again, Linz makes the save. 7:02 to go. Head coach Brad Edwards hoping his team can manufacture a goal here. Ozzie Hairbrook taken to the boards and taken down, but Kenston controls. Centering, pass goes all the way to the far side. Stevenson sends it behind the net. Linz tracking it up to the left point. Catalucci is battling, trying to keep it in. He can't. All the way back to the opposing blue line, but sent ahead again. And Stevenson's going to send it in. Collected by Newfar, who will angle it off the boards behind his own net. Max pass, looking for Pustai. Chopped at by Macaron. Kenston controls. 6:20, and the clock working against Kent Roosevelt here. 1-0. Pustai gains the zone on the left wing. Centering pass, shot, and a save by Brooke Binder. She hasn't been busy, loose in front, and it trickles to the far side boards. She was ready, keeping it a 1-goal contest. Reese Newfar collects it. He's being hounded by Alex Geist. Dishes to the far side. Nice check, nice back check, and sent out once again. Roosevelt angles it in, but cannot control, and dumping it deeper was Alex Sims, and he heads to the bench. The puck is sent down the ice, and this could be an icing. It's not. They waved that off. So France. It's in on Binder as France could not clear it. She covers with 5:22 to go. Roosevelt has won 3 Barron Cups in their history. It's been a while. Kenston looking for their first. They were the odds-on favorite a year ago in the white division. 30 wins on the season. And when it came to Barron Cup time, Strongsville was a team that got hot at the right time. And the Strongsville Mustangs walked away with the Barron Cup after upsetting CVCA and Kenston on successive days. So Kenston still looking for their first Barron Cup in school history. They are 5 minutes away from advancing to the semifinal round against Elyria Catholic. But here's a turnover. Ukadza, who can score from anywhere, puts a sharp angled shot. It's another save. Another shot saved by Linz, and here comes a counter by the Bombers. Mack switches spots onside, but unable to control was Kenston as they gained the zone only briefly. 4:40 to go. Nilsson sends it ahead, looking for Mack. It goes by him, and it's chopped at, batted at, and Nilsson's going to send it down into the zone, but a hand pass is called, and we'll have a brief pause with 4:32 to go here in the third period. Bombers 1, Riders nothing. On that hand pass, it will result in bringing the face-off all the way into the defensive zone. So if you're a Kent Roosevelt fan, that's good news for you. Teddy Macaron will take it for the Riders, who are desperately looking to try and find the equalizer. He wins it. Shot attempt is blocked, sent to the near side. Ukadza centers in front, comes right to one of the Riders, but turned over. Shot deflects up in the air. Carter Stevenson on that attempt, but Kenston clears it out all the way down the ice. No icing. Actually, there is icing. A late whistle by the referee. So 4:11 and another offensive zone face-off coming up for Roosevelt. These Bombers have authored 4 shutouts so far this season. looking for their 5th here in the quarterfinal round. And here comes a chance for Gavin Rowell, who skates in, shoots, and he scores! Gavin Rowell makes it 2-0. An insurance goal by Gavin Rowell, his 2nd of the afternoon, and the Bombers are flying high. For Rowell, that is goal number 45 on the season, and the hill that much steeper right now for Roosevelt. Unassisted for Gavin Rowell. 2-0. And the Bombers less than 4 minutes away from booking their ticket to the semifinal tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock against Elyria Catholic. The senior captain for Kenston coming up big today. He's got both goals. JC Pustai on it as play resumes. Here comes another counter. Binder's going to cover that one as she had a charging Reese Newfar honing in on her and her goal. And so she'll have to yield a defensive zone face-off with 3.5 to go. You get the sense that these Bombers feel like they have unfinished business from a year ago. As we continue on. Loose puck on the far side. And now the Riders try and gain the zone. They do. 2-on-1 chance, but the puck is poked to the far side corner and they can't manufacture anything. In fact, Charlie McBride smothers it, sends it up, and the Bombers send it out. And here comes Pustai. He'll take a shot, and a stick save by Binder as we go under 3 minutes, 2 minutes and 53 to go. JC Pustai sends it up. It's kept in at the point. But Kent Roosevelt sends it out. They cannot manufacture anything, though. Carmela Nielsen gains his own for just a moment. It comes all the way back to Newfar, and he's more than happy to just to skate off a few more precious seconds. Down to 2.5 minutes. McBride, Newfar in the defensive zone, but with very little pressure. They send it ahead, and Nielsen's just going to dump it in down low. The Bombers will change with 2:20 to go. A chance right there, and cleared off the end line. That was a chance at 3-0 or 3-0. Binder made the save, but it got behind her, and she didn't realize where it was. All right, down to 2 minutes and change. That one sent in, and Linz makes another save. Up to the near side, and now a race. Rowell is going to catch up to it first, into the corner, icing. 1:53 between the Kenston Bombers and a ticket to the semifinals tomorrow. And you get to watch that play as it got behind Binder, and that close to a 3-0 contest. Teddy Macaron cleared it off the end line. Timeout, Kent Roosevelt. A 1-minute timeout. Brad Edwards uses his only timeout allotted to him for the game. And the discussion now with 1:53 left in the contest is how long do you leave Brooke Binder in the goal? They need not one now, they need two. And they've been unable to solve Logan Linz all afternoon. Linz has 40 saves today. And amazingly, it's only the second, or perhaps the third most saves. But CVCA's Caleb Mosher saved 65 goal attempts tonight. And his counterpart for Elyria Catholic, Dominic Morris, saved close to 45, almost 50 himself. But that game went to quadruple overtime. Here, the Roosevelt Rough Riders have put up 40 shots in regulation, but Linz has not allowed one to get by him. And the net is empty. Empty net right off the face-off. So Brooke Binder is out 6-on-5 with an offensive zone face-off for Roosevelt. and they're going to try and manufacture a goal here. They win the face-off, but they lose the puck, and it's sent down on net, and an empty net goal will ice it for Kent Roosevelt. The goal scored by number 21, Reese Newfar. And the Bombers will be playing on Friday night here for a chance to go to the championship game. Gavin Rowell, a pair, and junior Reese Newfar, the empty netter, his 14th of the season. Time of the goal, 13-13 of the third period. Coach Tom Moores wanted a fast start. Well, it took a while to get on the board, but his goaltender has been the difference today. That and the senior captain, Gavin Rowell. As we've got 90 seconds left to go, J.C. Pustai pokes it ahead. Pustai, far side corner. He'll take a chance, he'll shoot. It goes wide. All the way out to center ice. Nilsson sends it to the near side. Rowell chips it ahead. It's kicked forward and now collected and dumped in, but only Kenston Bombers and only Luke Mack there to collect it. 1 minute to go. 1 minute left in regulation in this one. Bender back in the goal, obviously 5-on-5. It's sent out. Pustai chops at it, sends it in. They wave off icing with 43 seconds left. A valiant effort by Kent Roosevelt today, and they're not done. They're going to put another shot on Linz. Centering pass across the crease by Carter Stevenson. Another shot, and Linz with another save with 24 seconds left. There are 3 stars of this game. You've got to give the first star to Logan Linz. Second star to Gavin Rowell, and Newfar, by virtue of his empty net goal right there, probably would get the third one. But it's been a great season for Roosevelt, and like the Royals before them, they will now have to get ready for the state tournament. 20 wins, a first division championship since 2018, 2019, and the things are looking up for Kent Roosevelt. But today they ran into the best goaltender perhaps in the white division, maybe even the entire league. The clock winds down, and the Kenston Bombers win this one. The final score, Kenston 3 and Kent Roosevelt nothing. The Bombers engulf their goaltender, Logan Linz. And they've got a date with Elyria Catholic tomorrow night. That game will be played at 4 o'clock here. Come on down to the John M. Coyne Rec Center and take it in. Take in hockey all weekend. And Roosevelt bows out after a valiant effort today. 3-0. All right, that's going to do it with our broadcast coverage of this event, but stick around, tune back in. They put 22 minutes on the clock. We're going to have the Avon Lake Olmsted Falls game coming up next. We're going to reset, get our computers all set up for the next game, and then log back in with the next stream. So if you're watching and tuned into that game, we are going to go offline here for about 15 minutes and then tune back into CVCA Livestream for the upcoming final game of the evening between Olmsted Falls and Avon Lake. The winner will have an opportunity to play for the championship on Sunday. For now, this is Tim Nichols for Sean Mosher, Kent Shortsbeck, John Powell, and Tony Carter T-Fizz. So long. Final score, Kenston 3, Kent Roosevelt nothing.